Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to the Halloween edition of Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Oh,
You can,
scary, spooky.
if you're listening to this after it's posted, if you go to the Miguel and Holly or the Hits 961 Facebook page, you'll see our Halloween costumes that we've been wearing on this show today.
Yep.
Holly, what are you?
I am a mouse.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky. Okay, I'm technically not a mouse. I'm technically a rat. But like, who wants to be a rat? They don't even sell rat costumes. Like, nobody wants to be a rat. Why would you? So I had to get like they barely sell mouse stuff. So I had to cobble this together. But it's because my person was like, I want to be Bruno from Encanto. And he had planned this like a long time ago. Like when the movie first came out, our family was like, we're doing Encanto as a family. He was going to be Bruno. I was going to be Peppa. My daughter was going to be somebody and his daughter was going to be somebody. It was going to be great. And then along the way, because it's been out for like a little less than a year now, like the girls fell off. They're like, we don't want to do Encanto anymore. It's babyish. And I was like, but
they're like, we don't want your old ass
costume.
costume. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So, and then like his little girl was holding out, but then at the very last minute, she's like, I'm going to be a good witch. No, I'm not. I'm going to be a this. No, I'm not. I'm going to be a unicorn. And we're like,
Oh, no.
if you don't even care, just do the Encanto thing. No, whatever. She didn't want to do it. So he stuck with Bruno. And then I was like over dressing up altogether. But I was like, you know what? You know, it's easy. I'm going to be a rat because like 7 foot for rain, rats on his back when he calls your name, it all fades to black. It's Bruno. So I'm one of the rats that Bruno has as a friend. in
Holly,
Encanto.
you are the cutest rat that has ever ratted before.
Yeah. I'm a
Thank
mouse
you.
rat. I'm a rat mouse. It's fine. It's cute. It's adorable. It's easy.
Right. I trotted out my every year I got to bring out my Harry Potter Ravenclaw cloak.
I looked at the Facebook memories and like two of the years you got the same cloak.
Yeah. Well, it's so because I feel like I usually have like 3 costumes that I wear throughout the Halloween season.
I was thinking how people can't just get one costume anymore.
No.
You got to have multiples. It's a lot of money.
You have like last weekend I wore my Harry Potter cloak.
Yeah.
And then I trotted out my wine box, my Franzia wine box that I
I'm glad you did. You better get more than one use out of the Franzia box.
Right. That's what Abe and I, my husband and I, were last year. And so then this weekend we did Stranger Things, where I was oh gosh, I can't remember what his name is. The black kid.
Why he gotta be black?
Yeah, because he is.
Okay.
I can't think of what his name is. Anyway,
I can't think of anybody's name except 11 right now, which is weird.
I only can think of Steve because we saw someone that looked like Steve this weekend. Lucas. Zinda. Thank you, Zinda. Zinda said
Couldn't
Lucas.
think of anybody's name. I'm like, who is even Max is the girl. The other
That's
guy. Whatever.
Right. So I don't know. But yeah, so I was him. With the Hawkins his basketball jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, and Holly, I didn't show you earlier. On the video, you can see I have light up shoes. Wait, hold on.
I can't see.
Wait, there we go. Wait.
Oh, dang.
They light up and they're different colors, but I changed it to blue.
You can make them different colors?
Yeah, they're on Amazon. They're really cheap too. But I had these on with my basketball uniform and I had them red for the upside down.
Ooh, spooky.
And Abe was the stoner pizza delivery guy with the wig.
Yes, with the pineapple on the pizza, smoking up.
Oh my God.
Love that kid.
We got to talk about our Halloween costumes. I was so mad at him this weekend. I was like,
why?
Bitch, you go figure out your own Halloween costumes from here on out.
Argyle. Man, Zen is on it with names. Argyle.
Thank you. Argyle, that was his name. All right, cool. Well, we're going to talk about that more. But first, I wanted to bring on a special guest. And this is kind of last minute. If you listen to the on-air show, I talked about during our segment that used to be called Blogs. Now it's called The Check-In. We went to this drag show this weekend. It was at this business called Resident Culture. and they did like a Halloween edition of their drag brunch. And they had a little intermission, and the intermission went on longer than 15 minutes. And then the hostess and MC came back and was like, well, sorry, it took a little bit longer than normal because something really special happened throughout the intermission. And so I'm going to let this person explain. So we talked about it this morning, and I thought, instead of me telling the story, because this isn't my story to tell, we'll have the drag queen that shared this great news and let us be a part of this amazing story this weekend at Resident Culture. So please welcome to the podcast, Charlotte drag queen, Karen Affection.
Yay!
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Karen. Welcome. Thank you so much for last minute hopping on the podcast with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. The longer this takes, the less I have to do at my day job. So this works out for everyone.
Oh, good.
I love it. Anything that we can do to distract you from work, we are here for it.
Welcome to adulthood, baby.
Ain't that the truth? So, Karen, share with what we call our platypus posse. That's our podcast listeners.
Yeah, long story.
What happened during intermission at the drag brunch this weekend?
Yeah, so a lot. Just, a tiny thing, no big deal. So, we take intermission in between the first and the second sets, gives us a chance to catch our breath, let our gut hang out for a second before we shove it back in the clothing that's too small as usual. Right. But I just recently, within the past few weeks, finished up a course of radiation that went on for 5.5, 6 weeks. And my doctor, who was with me through my first round of chemo and radiation, she was my current oncologist through this round as well. She was, I guess, just going through her notes and her patient cases at home on Saturday and gave me a call, which is, it's not unusual. We're pretty social as well. She assists, or used to assist and be involved in some aspects of a nonprofit organization that I also work alongside of. So it's not uncommon for me to hear from her, but it was just the normal, like, hey, what are you doing at the moment? And my answer, how uncensored is this podcast, really quick?
It's very uncensored.
Super.
Yeah, say
Great.
whatever.
So I needed to make sure before I just pop on off like I'm on a microphone at a private venue. So she's like, well, hey, what are you doing at the moment? I'm like, well, I'm currently in a 6-pound wig, my titties out in the back of a bar. What's up? Like,
yeah.
Normal.
I'm a little busy.
Right, as one would do on a Saturday.
Yes, absolutely.
So, it's a good Christian establishment. I highly recommend it. Cities everywhere. So she's like, well, I just kind of wanted to give you a call. Like, I can't say this official because, you still have to come in and X, Y, Z, whatever, yada, yada. But I wanted to let you know that we got all of your panels back and we've gone through your blood work and your hormone levels, et cetera. And it is looking like we are going to be able to successfully and positively give you a confirmation of remission. So wow. I'm quite literally, amazing, right? Amazing. I'm no clothes on. I'm in tights, no top. I'm bulging out of my corset and just on the ground, a blubbering mess, right? Everyone, to the point where everyone stops and is looking at me. And I don't know who said it, but one of the entertainers backstage leans over and whispers to someone, "Did somebody die?"
They're like, wait, are these
people aren't clued in. They're like, is this good news, bad news? Do we need to shut it down? What's going on?
Are these happy tears? Are we congratulating? Are we trying to console you?
That one meme? Do you know the one meme of the little boy who's he's got his hand on his chest and he's just kind of looking out of the side of his face, that's what everyone in the room was doing. So I realized that, I haven't read in anyone in the room. So everyone's just staring at me, which is fine if you're giving me money. But it was awkward at this point. So I had to look up with my makeup running down my face, full Farrah ugly cry from 16 pregnant circa 2006. Was not cute. And I'm trying to smile and give a thumbs up, which probably didn't make anything look any better.
Wasn't better.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it was. So yeah, I got that call, thanked her, got off the phone, and I'm trying to I'm trying to do the thing where you push noise out of your mouth that forms sentences, but I couldn't.
No.
So the only thing I could really get out was just remission. I think that's the only thing I said. So we had a very good celebratory time backstage while I cried with my titties hanging out, and I called my mama.
Oh.
I think that's maybe one of the best ways to cry.
Right.
By the way, like, if one has to choose, titties out.
Honestly,
all
like,
the way.
What was it? 2014 when Harambe was popular, it was Dicks Out for Harambe. Now it's Tits
Yes.
Out for drag queens.
Tits out for remission. Yes.
Yes, and I'm going to put that on merch now.
Yes, we need t-shirt.
Please.
T-shirt. Or was it t-shirts? T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Honestly, that's how it's going to market it now. Tits Out for remission, tit shirt.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
Tit shirt.
Wow.
I love it. What amazing news. And then the fact that you were able to like go out and then like pull yourself together enough and not just bolt out and be like, F this, I'm just going to go celebrate myself. Like continue on and channel the joy.
Yeah, it was. We'll see. And I was originally supposed to. I do something called Karen Karaoke where I'll sing live for some of my numbers. And my voice was shot, so this served multiple purposes. It gave me a chance to not embarrass myself. But I'd been sitting on the music that I performed with for quite a while, like just tweaking it over the time, like, because drag is very personal for us. Like it's not just us slapping on a wig and demanding money, although I in fact do that, but like it's personal. Like we channel our personal lives through our art, and that's what this is. And it's especially a place like Resident Culture where all of us have been there multiple times, and like other of our venues that we perform at, like that, to an extent, they are an extension of our family, and like they've been along the journeys with us, and the staff there have always been amazing, and they're clued in on any and everything. Like, so not to make this go real dark real quick, but like a couple months back when I was in another culture shock brunch there, like I to the point, like, you know, I had a seizure backstage because of everything with my health, and they're the first ones to jump in and be involved, and like they're read in on everything. They know what's happening. They know what to do. Like they're ours. They're a part of us. So it just felt so right to be able to share that with a room that I knew would want to celebrate with me as well. So I'm like still on the ground. This is before I called my mom. I'm still on the ground, like tits out for cancer. Like, and I just look up at Nova Stella, an amazing local drag queen. For those of you listening, you should give all of us a follow, but especially her. I looked up at her just like a blubbering mess, and I'm just like, can I change my music? What is she going to do? Say no? You can't say no. I just be cancer. So I was able to change my music and use a song that I've been kind of sitting on and tweaking a little bit here and there. But I finally got to use it as like my victory lap song, kind of, because that was the intention. Some people want to pop a nice bottle of wine or whiskey when they get good news like that. Me, I just kind of, that's what we do as drag artists. We kind of want to put everything out on the floor, and that's how we feel our emotions, and we celebrate. So that's what I was able to do.
And you did.
I love it.
And we have it posted now on the Miguel and Holly Insta. For those of you that are watching live or in the next 24 hours, somebody captured that moment where you sort of broke down. And so we shared it to our story. But it was like, and so Karen, what you don't know is in my group of friends that we were with, one of them had cancer probably 10 years ago, maybe. And so, like, as soon as we all realized what you were doing, like, he started losing it, and then his husband started losing it. And so then we all started crying because we've been along that journey, and we were just like, God damn it, this is not what we signed up for today. I'm supposed to be drunk, not cry.
But it's cathartic.
It was.
It's a good feeling. It truly is. So it was a really good Saturday, and I'm not against exploiting pity for me, for pity money. So thank you if you tipped me pity money. Anyone listening, I appreciate it.
We did. I believe that my friend Chris, shout out to Chris. Chris and Rob, Chris, who beat cancer, I think he gave the rest of his money and just like threw it all at you at that point, because he was
Take
like,
my money.
yes, sister, we are in this together.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it.
Karen, give us a little bit of, before we let you go, you told us there at the brunch about this organization that you're a part of, that is an advocacy group for cancer, this type of cancer that you've been fighting.
Yeah, so I am actually on the board for the Southwest or Southeast. Wow, I'm very good at geography today. For the Southeast portion of the country for the National Brain Tumor Society. And for anyone listening who may want to give them a look and see what they're all about at a better explanation than what I can give, you can find them at braintumor.org. But it is a national nonprofit organization, the largest for any brain-related injury, trauma, cancer, et cetera. We operate at a national level as a 501c3, but we obviously are divided into kind of like chapters. But I work with the Southeast portion of it, and we mobilize all year round, never stops. Like we, just because fundraising season, quote unquote, is over, like we continue doing this year round to raise funds, raise awareness, to bring this to people's attention, because brain tumors are, they're the least funded cancer that we currently experience, and they affect far more than what people realize. I want to say the number is I should know this as much as I have to spout this off, but it's something that affects far more people, and far more people succumb to this illness than any other type of cancer. And the highest proportion of that are adolescents as well. So we do this year round, where we raise money, we advocate, we go to the Hill, to Capitol Hill once a year for something that we call Heads of the Hill, where we sit in with senatorial and congressional leaders to influence a change in policy that will give more money for research, that will give more opportunity for research to be developed, will give more opportunity for research to be brought around in, like, let's say, the research triangle out in Silicon Valley, where they have the funds and the means to do things like this. So we work on doing this year round at a national, a state, and then a city level across the country. The Carolinas, we actually just launched our race. We call it race season. We just launched our race season. So the 2023 Carolinas Brain Tumor Race will be in May, coming up here soon. It happens so much, it just sneaks up on us. But this is kind of like when we really start gearing up and like hit it the hardest for us to get out there and to simply, even if we don't raise a single dollar, just raising the awareness and the advocacy and advocating for people who are no longer able to advocate for themselves is what we do. Because some of us, like myself, who is very fortunate for, oh wow, now I get to say this, now, a two-time survivor. Some people are not as fortunate as I am, right? Like in the grand scheme of things, what I've had and what I've been living with is probably the straw that you want to pull. Everybody doesn't get the long straw. So this is like our biggest charge. We have people who are the caregivers or the spouses of brain tumor patients who are no longer with us, but like now they've taken over. We have people who are the parents of brain tumor patients who are no longer with us, and now they're in this fight until we can't fight anymore. And that's what it's about. We offer collaborative support groups. We offer drug trials. We offer resources to get people connected with people. That's how I was connected with my medical team, is via the National Brain Tumor Society. So for me, it's personal, but it's also an amazing group to be a part of. I know everyone's like, oh, if someone says, oh, we're like a family here, run, because it's a red flag. Not with this people. Right. They are the most supportive people, that from a national level all the way down to those of us who live here local. Like our national rep, we've met her 3 times. She lives up in New Jersey, I think, and is so connected and is so concerned and takes personal interest in every single one of us who help make this happen every year. And it's an amazing organization for an amazing cause. For hopefully the goal is that, maybe someday this is something we don't have to do anymore.
We're, like I said, we're streaming live on Facebook, and one of our Platypus Posse members said, "Ring the bell, Karen." We don't have a bell, but I do have a sound effect of sound sort of like it. So ringing the bell for you, local Charlotte drag queen, Karen Affection. And where can people find you, Karen, if they want to see all of your drag art on social media?
Typically, you can find me in the back alley somewhere begging for dollar bills. But if you want to find me, you would like to find me online, I have an OnlyFans. I'm kidding. Oh my God. Could you imagine if I just plugged an OnlyFans right now? Jesus.
Girl, our producer
you
does
can
it all the
find-
time, so it's fine. He has an imaginary OnlyFans, so that's
Yeah, it's
completely fine.
pretend.
It's not. It's only fan. No S. There's just one.
Just one.
Just one. It's his mother. So I can be found on Instagram at XO Care and Affection. It's Karen like the mean woman, affection like what my dad didn't give me. So XO Care and Affection. And from there, I do have a link tree that will show any and everything that I'm involved in, whether it shows fundraising events, philanthropy events, things like that. So yeah, y'all have any questions, or if anyone wants to be connected for this or any other of the local nonprofits that I assist with or work with, please by all means reach out, let me know. I am a rude and crude bitch, but I raise a lot of fucking money and I'm always happy to do it. So love getting people involved.
And we love
Awesome.
it. Well, Karen, thank you so much for joining us.
you.
We appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for being there and celebrating with me.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So cool.
Oh, I love those stories. So it just really fills you with such hope.
It does. And Holly, is that what your mom dealt with? There was something on her brain, or is it?
No, it's my mom didn't have cancer.
Okay.
But I did write down, because I'm just going to do a little research into the National Brain Tumor Society. I'd like to research that, because what my mom had twice, and what I have is called a meningioma, and it's a brain tumor, but it's not cancerous, and it doesn't grow. I tell you, before I even say that, typically it doesn't grow in the brain. It grows from the layer called the meninges, the layer of like a film on top of your brain. And it grows from there and pushes into, like, forms a tumor, and it kind of then pushes on your brain. So not cancerous. But I'm gonna look that up and just see if there's any resources available for those types of non-cancerous tumors, because they're still an issue. They're just
Right.
slow growing. I'm very lucky it's not cancerous, and I'm very lucky that it is slow growing. My mom's wasn't, though. Hers got so huge. Now, we don't know when it started, but then what happened after she had the first surgery to remove that first huge brain tumor, a second one grew. And I did a bunch of research, and it's like, turns out, if you have a meningioma and you have it removed, there's a pretty decent size chance that it's going to grow back in the same spot. The chances that it grows back in a second one grows in a different place, pretty rare. And of course, that was my mom, and it was like in a different spot. And so I'm like, that's rare. And then it grew fast. So it's like a stage 2 type of one. So I don't know. My mom got all kind of stuff growing. That's all that I know. And she used to say that too. But I'm interested in National Brain Tumor Society. And what's funny is that I didn't realize that was the type of cancer she was dealing with. And it made me interested, because just earlier today, I was like, I should really schedule that MRI. I usually do my MRI yearly in November, but I didn't have to wait for November because we have brand new insurance, because we're at a brand new company. So I can go anytime now. So I made him, Miguel, that's what I was doing. I was making a mention that I want to schedule my brain scan, my MRI. It's such a weird small world. That's what I was trying to do. Okay.
Oh, wow. Look, anything that these type of stories can help. And that's why I wanted to sort of like get her on the phone to sort of explain her experience. I should have asked, like, how did she first figure out, like, what were the signs?
May have
that
been
led?
symptoms. I mean, she talked about a seizure. So sometimes, a lot of times, actually, when something is going on in the brain, a seizure might be the first indicator that something is wrong.
Yeah. I think that's one of the scariest things I think about. I mean, not even getting older, because there are people in their 20s, but the likelihood of those sort of things starting to happen to your body is always kind of scary. As you get older, because you're like, what's happening inside of me that I have no clue about, Yeah,
I hate that. It's just so stressful to me.
I love right now, if you're watching this, can you see behind me, Holly?
Yeah, what in the hell is going on back there?
I don't know. I don't want to look back because I don't know what's happening, but apparently there are a bunch of people in there, and they're all just like looking.
They're milling about
in the back of my head. I'm like, what is happening back here?
It looked like they were like walking in a circle too. I'm like, what the hell is going on over there?
Oh my goodness. Do you have any Halloween plans for the day?
not today. Now we're doing trick or treating, so it's a long day though. Like I don't get Maya from school until 4:30, and then we're trick or treating with one of her friends, and so we go over to the parents' house that I'm friendly with, so I know her. Not the same people we went with last year, so it's always a little bit like I don't know how these people do it, but we are supposed to get there between 5:30 and 5:45. So it's like. I got to shove some dinner down this kid's throat. And I'm telling you, she is the slowest eater on the planet. She eats one pea at a time. Like she takes an hour.
That used to be you. And then you and I became friends. And that
now
changed.
I just shove food down my throat. That's funny because when Auntie Pearl was in town last week, we were having a family dinner and I was saying the same thing. I was like, Maya, she's a slow eater. And Auntie Pearl was like, well, you're pretty fast. And I'm like, well, I didn't used to be that way. Somebody, Miguel,
sorry,
gave me indigestion for half my life. And then I just had to learn how to deal with it. So anyway, we'll do trick-or-treating tonight. I'm not even sure like what time, but so I'll be planning on walking around some decorated old neighborhood.
Oh, wonderful.
What about you?
We are going to go see that scary movie Smile.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember they did that marketing campaign where they had people one weekend? They were at Major League Baseball games, like sitting behind the pitcher, or not the pitcher, the home plate. Where they would just be smiling.
I didn't know that. So that's in theaters now, right?
Yeah, it's in theaters now. So we're gonna go see that around 6:30 tonight. So
creepy. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. We started watching Hocus Pocus 2 last night. And due to we can never just sit and watch a damn movie, we could only get through half of it before Maya had to go to bed. So
oh no.
She's already seen it twice though, and she was like giving little. She's like, "Wait till you see this part. Just wait." And I'm like, "Don't you spoil it." And she's like, no. "I'm not saying anything, but like this is a good part." I'm like, so she don't even need to see the end of it. My person and I will just watch the end of Hocus Pocus 2 after she's in bed tonight.
Oh my god.
That's our big Halloween plan.
Watching movies with a 9-year-old, like, mom, guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen?
I know. I'm like, just don't say anything. I know you've seen it twice already. I haven't though, so just stop saying words.
Oh my god. Oh, and I have a feeling that one of my best friends who's here visiting as well, he's here for work. And he came over yesterday after our friends from St. Pete left. He came over and we just had like a day on the couch watching like scary movies. We finished The Midnight Club on Netflix now that Abe is back. That was good. And then we watched this other sort of intense thriller movie. But I realized that he's one of those people that makes comments throughout the movie.
Wait, who is this? I didn't know who was over.
John.
Just don't even.
My friend John.
No, John's a commenter.
He was like the whole, like there was times and I'm like,
I could see that though.
Bitch, why are you talking? Why I ain't pay you to be funny? This ain't a funny movie. Why are you trying to be funny?
Maybe that's his like what's it called? Coping mechanism.
Oh, like if something is like too intense or scary, where it's just like, ha, I bet they're gonna take their D out right here. And I'm like,
oh no, like
there's a demon. It's a demon.
Totally derailing what you're watching.
I was like that. But then I remembered that there have been a couple of times in the past we've gone to see like serious movies where he'll make an inappropriate comment and I'm like, or laugh in inappropriate places. And I'm like, I forgot.
You gotta tell him. Like,
why
didn't you say something?
I was.
Is it too long now? Has it been too long? Or you were inebriated in some capacity?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just more like, I'm just here for the ride.
You're like, I'm just going to look forward and enjoy this film. That's fine.
Yes. So I'm excited for us to go see that Halloween night because I don't think we're going to get any trick-or-treaters at our apartment complex tonight. It is not a trick-or-treating type place. So,
well, no, because you got to be like buzzed up. Ain't no trick-or-treaters going to be like, can you buzz me up so I can walk around the 5th floor or 6th floor, 7th floor, 10th floor, and 13th floor? And
I don't see any kids. I think in the summertime, I saw like twice kids at the pool, but otherwise we never see any kids. So I'm like, we'll just go see a movie tonight since we're not gonna have any trick-or-treaters. So
yeah, that's good. All the lights are off in my house because I'm taking Maya trick-or-treating. So sorry about you.
Bye. No vacancy.
Yeah, no room at the inn.
All right, Holly, what's all your social media? People can follow you and your trick-or-treating goodness. Oh, and they can see the video of Maya
Yeah.
performing.
Yeah, she had a voice concert this weekend where she sang A Million Dreams, and it of course, made me cry. But I think she did really good. Like, I was very impressed. And I was like, can I put this online? And she goes, you put everything of my life online. And I was like, well, actually, I really don't, because I really have not been for the past, while. I usually check to make sure that whatever I'm putting on is okay with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just confusing it with, do I take pictures and videos all the time? Yes, I do. And I will not apologize for that. She's like, can you just remember it? I'm like, no, I can't. And I'm like, not only that, when you get older, you're going to be like, oh, I wish I had a picture of myself from Halloween 2022, and you won't have it because you told me not to take the picture. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't put a lot of her stuff online if she doesn't want me to. But this I thought was so good. Plus, I thought it would be a good way to send it to family all over the place. So she sang her little heart out, and you can see that on my Instagram, Radio Holly.
I don't have any pictures of kids singing. I do have pictures of the opposite end of the spectrum, my weekend.
We provide different experiences.
Absolutely. You can relate to kids singing in a recital, or me drunkenly going throughout the Halloween weekend at different parties.
Of course.
Which, by the way, was really cool. We went to this murder mystery drag brunch Friday night. That was really cool. And then Saturday we went to the drag brunch where Karen Affection performed. And then this is how you know we're all old now. We did the drag brunch, and that was a pretty long drag brunch until about 2. We went to one more place to take our friends that were visiting for a drink, just to be like, oh, here's a Charlotte bar we like. And then we were all like looking around, and you could tell nobody wanted to be the first person to be like, y'all want to go take a nap? Everybody want to go take a nap? We'll go take a nap.
It's time.
Let's go take a nap.
We are not 20.
No. So some people were like, hey, are y'all still out with your friends? And we were like, no, we're going home. So 4:30, we took everybody, the caravan back. We all slept for 2 hours. And then we had some people over. And then we went to this house party, and then we went out for Saturday night Halloween stuff. So it was a good little Halloween weekend. Had a good time.
That is great.
It was good. You can see all my pictures at Miguel Fuller. You can follow the show at Miguel and Holly. Kelvin will be back on Wednesday's podcast.
Wait, we're not going to actually do a podcast Wednesday, I don't think. We're going to push it to Thursday.
Oh, that's right, because Holly splits her time between Tampa and here, Charlotte. And so you're going to be here this week. And
I am. I'm coming in on Wednesday, but that means and Boss Daddy AJ was like, are you sure you want this early of a flight? Don't you have a podcast to do? I was like, it's fine. I just feel bad because it's a very short visit. So I'm trying to squeeze as many Charlotte hours in as I can during this time that I'm there. So I was like, just boom, 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 get the flight booked. So we don't really have time for podcasts on Wednesday because I got to get on an airplane.
But you'll be live and in person on Thursday. We'll do one Thursday and on Friday.
That's cool.
And so, yeah. So, all right. And Kelvin will be back then on Thursday. He was flying in from Vegas. He was at a bachelorette party, so he'll be back on Friday. All right. Make sure to subscribe and like all the other podcasts, and we will see you then. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Catch it on the iHeartRadio app or anywhere you listen to podcasts.